I made a video a couple of months back, which I may or may not remove now because I've kind of changed my mind, and that was whether you should pre-order Battlefield, because I assumed wrong obviously, but I assumed EA had learnt their lesson, and they clearly haven't. I've been playing the free trial, the 10-hour free trial. I haven't even used up all 10 hours yet because my personal experience with Battlefield 2042 has not been great. Now this is obviously just my opinion, my preferences, me. If you love the game and you've had no issues, you're one of the lucky ones, and if you want the game, you've pre-ordered it, I wish you all the best. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy it when it's released this Friday. However, for me personally, if a friend was to say to me, hey, what do you reckon of that new Battlefield? Do you reckon I should get it? I'm going to have to say, wait. Yes, I think it'll be worth getting one day, because Battlefields generally are very good games, but I wouldn't get it at launch. I've had troubles actually getting into games with the servers just being rubbish. I've had just all different types of modes not working. Breakthrough has not worked at all. The game is incredibly buggy and glitchy, like incredibly buggy and glitchy. Not Cyberpunk bad, but just people in the distance, like the character animations stop moving, and it's like they just, do a stationary running man across the desert. Or it's funny, but it's still very off-putting. The game is not optimized very well, in my opinion, for like mid to lower end PCs. I only have a mid-range gaming laptop, and I can run the game and it looks great, but even if I tested it out, even if I whacked everything on the lowest of the low, it still does not work very well, and that shouldn't happen, because I'm reading obviously the minimum specs, and I have in between the minimum and the maximum, so it should work fine. Again, I also downloaded it on the Xbox Series S, and it does not look great. The lowest settings on the PC still look better than the Xbox Series S version. What the hell's going on there, for a start? But it's just all manner of things, and although there are 128 people on the map, I'm going to be honest, I spent most of my time running around looking for people to shoot. They're pretty much all just congregated into one camping area, and I didn't find it fun personally, but that's just me. Some people may love that, they may hate it. I also found some of the guns to be incredibly hit or miss. Some of the guns, now, I have been playing Battlefield for years. You'll see on my channel I have Battlefield videos. I've been playing it for a long time. So, before anybody types in the comments, get good scrub, or it's just because you don't have a super aim assist, that's not true. But some of the guns have got intense recoil, like super intense recoil. It just makes it unenjoyable to fire. Now I know that may be similar to real life. I haven't shot a gun, I live in the UK, we don't really have access to guns over here, so maybe that's just the way they are, and that's what they're aiming for, and if that's the case, great. However, this is just not a very good first impression for Battlefield, and I personally think the game is a little unfinished and could do with another year or so, maybe a little less, but it could definitely do with a little bit more time, because this gameplay footage I'm showing you now is the footage that EA released, and it does not look like that. I can't bring myself to go back on and play the game to capture footage. That's how much fun I'm not having with it. But it's a free trial for everyone who has EA Play or Game Pass Ultimate, or if you've already pre-ordered the game. I have friends who pre-ordered the game who are liking it, and that's great. If you are a Battlefield fan, I'm fairly certain you're going to get it. However, if you're new to Battlefield or have been on the fence, I'd sit on that fence a little while longer and wait for a few months after launch, because it's gonna be a rough one. And there's a lot of people out there that are saying, and they shouldn't say it, all multiplayer games have these bugs and glitches when they're released. That doesn't make it okay. That does not make it fine. I know, like, younger gamers are tired of hearing gamers of my age, around 30, mid-30s, saying it, but years ago, if a game development studio released a game and it was broken, that game failed. There was no second chance. When you released your game, it had to be done. Yes, there were pop-in, yes, there was clipping, yes, there was some minor little things, but the games overall, generally speaking, worked from beginning to end. That's what's missing. This feels like a game where EA are like, push it out now, we need to make money, we'll patch it later. Pretty much the same as nearly every other Battlefield launch they've had. But you know, that's just what I think. I've just had a bad experience with it, but please let me know in the comments what your experiences have been. Have you had a better one than me? Are you enjoying it? Do you like it? Personally, maybe I'm just past Battlefield, or maybe it's because I'm, you know, super excited about Halo Infinite around the corner, so I'm not throwing myself into this first-person shooter as the hate. But the Halo beta that I played felt like a finished game. Yeah, there were a couple of little things amiss, but overall it worked and it looked and felt great. However, Battlefield 2042 just doesn't look as next gen as it should. Maybe they should have only made it for next gen consoles instead of past gen if they were struggling with the you know, with the game design. But anyway, that's just what I think. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble on about what I think about the game. Please let me know what you think, and yeah, until the next video, I'll catch you on the next one.